It's really important that you write a public comment for the upcoming ACIP meeting on COVID vaccine injury and long COVID. It's under docket number CDC-2026-0199. You can plug that into the federal registrar to find it. I already wrote and posted my comment. I'm going to read it for you shortly, but one of the things I like to do is go through the comments and see what other people are writing, and I noticed that there was a lot of bot activity claiming vaccine injury, so I think it's really important that we have real people actually writing in and putting their comments. So if you do decide to comment, please use what I'm about to say as a guide or template. Don't use it as a direct one-to-one copy-paste. Just actually say what you want to say in your own words, because that's going to be way more powerful. So here we go. Hi, my name is Patrick. I'm a scientist and engineer, and I possess no conflicts of interest. The anti-vaxxer stance on the lack of safety of the COVID-19 vaccines has focused on 3 points, the first being myocarditis, the second being thromboembolisms, calling it the clot shot, and the third being the anti-vaxxer belief that the COVID-19 vaccine is the cause of long COVID. These points either target an incredibly small fraction of people, have been recently explained, or have no supporting evidence behind them. For the claim the COVID-19 vaccines cause myocarditis, the signal was only seen in very young male children between 14 and 21 years of age. Of the small proportion of male children that developed this, the vast majority had the issue pass within a few days. Myocarditis was transient, passing within a short period of time, in approximately 90% of young male children, where it resolved on its own within 24 to 72 hours. Of the small percent of male children where it didn't resolve within a few days, it could not definitively be associated as a direct response to receiving the COVID vaccine. Additionally, from the COVID safety data from the past 3 years, there has been no signal for myocarditis above background levels observed. Claim that the COVID-19 vaccine is a clot shot, aka it causes thromboembolism and thrombocytopenia. These signals have also never been associated with either the mRNA, Pfizer Moderna, or protein-based Novavax platforms. It has, however, been associated with the adenovirus-based COVID-19 vaccines, AstraZeneca and J&J. These COVID-19 vaccines were immediately noted for having these signals in 2021-2022, were pulled from the market, and are not currently available within the US. Furthermore, we now have direct scientific evidence for the cause of this outcome, and it is specifically due to a genetic predisposition and immune system interaction with the adenovirus component of these two vaccines. Notably, neither the mRNA nor the protein-based COVID-19 vaccines possess this component. This is therefore not an outcome that is possible with the current available COVID-19. There is also a misguided anti-vaxxer stance which has long persisted, the belief that the COVID-19 vaccine is responsible for the development of long COVID. There is no scientific evidence for this belief. First, thousands of cases of long COVID have been documented to have occurred before a COVID-19 vaccine was ever made available. Second, all studies have demonstrated that long COVID rates are significantly reduced in vaccinated individuals as compared to unvaccinated. If the vaccine were the cause of long COVID, we would not be seeing a signal for long COVID in the unvaccinated, and would instead see a higher rate of long COVID in the vaccinated, with multi-vaccinated individuals having the highest rate of occurrence. We see the opposite with all the data. In fact, the number of infections is strongly correlated with the long COVID rate, where the greater the number of infections, the higher the chance any individual will have long COVID. Furthermore, many studies have shown that COVID-19 vaccination following a long COVID diagnosis has contributed to increased recovery rates from the illness. Finally, due to a lack of precautions like mask usage and a lack of testing, confirmation of having the disease, it is far more likely in every practical sense that a person with long COVID developed the condition from either an asymptomatic or mild infection that they ignored than due to anti-vaccine hysteria, such as what is pushed by the members of this ACIP committee. They then falsely believe that the vaccine they received recently or even years prior is the cause of their new disability. We know it is not. In terms of long COVID recommendations, we should be using the NASM, the NASM definition for long COVID, which is an infection-associated chronic condition that occurs after SARS-CoV-2 infection and is present for at least 3 months as a continuous, relapsing and remitting, or progressive disease state that affects one or more organ systems. Additionally, long COVID can be broken down into subtype classifications, so a predominance being cardiovascular complications, neurologic complications, metabolic complications, and etc. We have direct scientific evidence that COVID-19 impacts nearly every body system in negative ways, regardless of the severity or lack thereof of initial infection. This is the definition that should be utilized for long COVID, and this committee should not try to alter what is considered long COVID in an attempt to downplay its true burden on the US population at large.